Unfortunately, because of copyright reasons, I'm not, I can't upload the full episodes of The Art Movement on YouTube, but I have been uploading clips from it, of the spoken parts anyways. And one of the clips that I've uploaded that has received the most attention is the one that is about Marina Abramovic. I recently spoke about Marina Abramovic because of the controversial event that saw her being accused of being a Satanist. And it involved a video that was taken down by Microsoft. It had been originally uploaded on the Microsoft official YouTube channel, but then had to be removed because of all these accusations that are completely ludicrous. In that video, I said that, jokingly, that Marina Abramovic is my friend, but actually I only met her once, and I did specify that in that clip. But I received a couple of messages saying there's no way that you're friends with Marina Abramovic, and yes, I'm not friends with Marina Abramovic, but I did meet her at the Venice Film Festival a few years ago, and I did interview her, along with Masha from Pussy Riot. And I wanted to prove that point, but also I wanted to just revisit the interview that I did with her for Fret Film Radio at the Venice Film Festival, where she was presenting a film. I mean, she wasn't presenting a film. She was part of a movie that was called Why Are We Creative by Herman Vasque. And she had a small part in it, but for some reason she'd been invited to the film festival, and I guess it had more to do with the Biennale there. Anyways, so the interview is on Fret Film Radio right now, and you can listen to the full version of it, but I thought that I would just play a clip from it. So here we go. This is me interviewing Marina Abramovic in 2018. This is a clip from that interview.
I don't quite know how to actually start this interview because there's just so many things that I would like to discuss, but because when I feel this way, the starting point for any conversation for me is movies, which is the thing that I've loved all my life. I would just simply like to know, what do you think of when someone says the word cinema?
Well, cinema somehow I think changed my life, because when I was 15, my first work was in videotape store. We didn't have that time like CDs or USB. We have videotapes. So they didn't pay me, they almost didn't pay me, but I had an option to watch all the films which they had. So all the classics like Stanley Kubrick or French classics as well, 60s Italian movies, all I watched because of this store. And it somehow made an influence to my life.
My story very similar. I had around the corner the film anthology, which preserved old movies. So I really started going there and seeing from the silent movies to everything to contemporary. And I had a friend who was completely maniac in the movies. He would like to watch all Kurosawa movies, and actually he knew all the extras by name, Japanese. I mean, because we would just go to see, let's say, Rashomon. We would see the movie the first day just to follow the story. Second day we would go to see how it's cut. Then we go to see how they use the sound. Then the system of editing sound and picture. Then so we will go to such a detail that actually I studied the movies almost like anthropology, like a human body, and really love the movies. And this is how I learned all about Italian cinema, French black wave, and everything else.
Two very interesting answers, but what I really have started to kind of be interested in recently is what I felt cinema was when I was a child, and if I knew that the actors were acting or something like that. When did you become aware that there was a whole process of film, and do you feel like you kind of lost something when you found out that the film had cameras and actors and it was often staged? Not all.
For this, for me, it was so much more interesting to look documentaries, because in documentaries, all the people you see from the First World War, actually they're dead. So they're live people, and they're not extras, they're real people, and they all die. So what you see is actually dead people is still live on the cinema. So the idea that the cinema can capture life in a certain way, even if the actor is dead, was something that really interested me.
So there you have it, folks. That was Marina Abramovic talking about the influence of cinema on her work, perhaps her fascination with cinema as well. I must say, listening back to some of that interview, I hate to listen to my interviews generally. I'm not as vain as all that, you know what I mean? But I must say, it brought back memories of the 2018 edition of the Venice Film Festival. The Venice Film Festival is undoubtedly my favorite film festival because I have a personal attachment to it that I won't get into here, but there's a bunch of reasons for that. But yes, the 2018 Venice Film Festival was, possibly thinking back, my favorite edition of the festival, at least of all the ones that I attended, not only because of the film selection, but also because of the great memories that I have from it. But again, so that was a clip from my interview with Marina Abramovic, and you can listen to the full interview on Fred Film Radio, the Festival Insider.